Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a spooky Friday midday. Because I decided to do this early today. Because stuff usually happens later at night on Friday. And I don't know. Final Fantasy XIV, I feel like it's better to stream it more so earlier in the day. Middle of the day. Well, for me at least, it's still early in the day. It's like, what, 2:43 right now? For the rest of you guys on the East Coast, you're probably already like ready to tuck yourself in the bed, ready to get some sweet dreams. If you're in Europe right now, you're probably already asleep and not watching, or you need some sultry incubi to lull you to bed with his nasally nerdy voice and constant screaming when things go wrong. Actually, no, I don't really scream that much when things go wrong. Well, sometimes. It depends. Sometimes I have to ham it up, you know? Sometimes you just gotta show a little bit of frustration. But then that means you just gotta overcome it, because you just can't be a little sore loser and let the game win. You gotta go in there and you gotta beat the game's ass. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello 99 Prisma Balloons. Hello Mobile Suit Grundle. Hello to anyone else out there lurking. It's not gonna be too exciting of a stream in the first half because it's just gonna be another Final Fantasy XIV holiday event. And you know how these typically go. There's no action. There's no nothing. It's basically a visual novel, and it gives you a neat little reward at the end. You could go, wow, another thing for my pile of trinkets and doodads that I'll probably never use. But hey, you're paying a subscription to the game, and you know, it's like a little bonus. Plus, if you don't claim it this year, you're gonna have to pay for it next year on the online shop. The scariest thing to any MMO player, because you just know. Eventually all the content that you can earn in the game is just gonna be lazily slapped onto a digital marketplace, and that's how they're gonna make most of their budget, because guess what? Players paying a subscription fee to a service aren't enough anymore. They have to have a little side store where they just start selling in-game content in order to keep things afloat, I guess. Even though that game supposedly belongs to a very rich company that has reserves and reserves of money that they're just sitting on. Okay, no, I'm not gonna be too bitter. It's a Final Fantasy 14 stream, but you know, lately the mood around Final Fantasy 14 has been very sour, very dour, very not so well. There was a massive drop-off in the player base after they killed off modding. But you gotta say, like, player base in quotation marks, because a lot of the people that were modding, in my opinion, weren't actually playing the game. And, you know, if they don't like how the game looks and they mod it so drastically different, it's... what's even the point anymore? I don't know. If you can't aesthetically like something, and you can't like the gameplay of it, why play it in the first place? That's like what I always question about, you know, the roleplay scene and the modding scene that just kind of like became too crazy. I don't know. I'm from the days of Final Fantasy 14 where a lot of that stuff didn't exist. And so people, you know, they used their imaginations, they actually roleplayed, they actually came up with profiles for their characters, and their characters looked like what they would look like in-game. Here, let's head on inside real quick. So, you know, just drama after drama happening. Doom posters after Doom posters talking about Final Fantasy 14 drama. And me probably on the brink of losing yet another one of my hobbies to a world that feels like it's kind of collapsing. But hey, today we're just gonna enjoy a little Halloween event and a piece of new content, the Pilgrim's Traverse, which is a 100-floor deep dungeon, which if you're familiar with mystery dungeon styled games, we have those kinds of dungeons within Final Fantasy XIV, but they are very difficult to stream, because you require, in most cases, a full party of 4 players. And I've done it with Kolkus, Decodere, and PokeKP over on Kolkus's channel in the past, where we've done Palace of the Dead, we've done Heaven on High, and we've done Eureka Orthos, and we've gotten all the rewards, we've gotten the mounts, we've gotten all the accessories, we got the achievement mounts, and yeah, Pilgrim's Traverse came out, and the developers basically decided, like, hey, why don't we just kind of like rebalance this content a little bit? Why don't we just make everything accessible to everyone, despite whether or not they have a fixed party or not? So this is definitely a little more casualized of an experience with deep dungeons. I'm not gonna like fluff up the content, because in all reality, I could get into like floor 81 and we could just like instantly wipe on the first mob, and then it's then I'm just gonna call it a stream, because I purposely left off on some spooky floors, and I want to just see kind of like the luck of the draw, how far I can get with a public group, which it's been a mixed bag, but I've at least gotten 2 clears of Pilgrim's Traverse so far, out of the needed 10 clears to get everything that I desire. So kind of sucks I probably won't be doing it with Pokey and Kolkus and Deco, but everyone's busy and no one's in a rush to hop back into Final Fantasy 14 except me and probably Deco, it seems. So yeah, Halloween is usually like my favorite event in game. Probably Christmas second. And once again, I think this year they didn't go out of their way to do anything too crazy. Halloween was like the first holiday to get like special little zones and also get like some special attention. But this year's is pretty much like more par for the course, kind of like it's just recycling the same thing over and over again. They didn't bring back the little cool dungeons that they used to have, where one was you run around, you solve puzzles, you scout through the entire mansion, you're avoiding monsters. There was another one where it was actually kind of like a dungeon that you had a lantern and you had to go fight ghosts and all that, and there was like little boss encounters. It's like a miniature dungeon. There's a lot of effort, but that's only available for 1 year, which is a damn shame. And for story reasons, they probably can't really bring it back. I would love for them to bust that stuff out and bring it back. I don't know why they don't do it. It really does suck. Hello, Ematron. It really does suck to lose content like that, because they so desperately need more and more stuff for seasonal events, and you know, it's a blink and you miss it kind of situation. It makes me sad. It makes me sad. It was like the year before I started streaming, I think, 2021, that we had one of the coolest Halloween events ever in Final Fantasy XIV, and I couldn't preserve that. I couldn't share that with you guys. And 2020 was completely canceled in-game. There was no Halloween event for the year 2020. Thanks to what happened during 2020, the pandemic. And so resources like caused them to cancel the Halloween event. But yeah, sorry it's a Final Fantasy XIV stream today. It's not gonna be too exciting. So sit back, listen to my lovely voice as I read story and dialogue to you guys and lull you to bed. Most of you guys, I'm sure, will probably just be wide awake the entire time. Like, oh, this guy's voice is too annoying. Anyways, let's hop into it. Whoa. I'm gonna favor, wow. I'm gonna favor this little corner today. Am I all situated? Is everything working? There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh hey, it's raining. Like, this wasn't planned or anything. It's always a pleasant surprise when I do these little Final Fantasy XIV streams and it's just immediately like raining when I exit G-Pose. And I got a more appropriate umbrella for this. I got the yokai umbrella. Ooh. It's got its like big floppy tongue, which actually has like a little bit of physics attached to it. It wobbles back and forth as you move around. Frights of Fancy. The pumpkin-headed apparition prefers out her hand in invitation. Hehehe. We meet again, adventurer. Enjoying the festivities, I trust? While the Saints are away, a well-known theater troupe has stopped in Gridania to play. They host a grand masquerade in the old manor, and they might sate their hunger for merriment. Recall now, my friend, the Continental Circus, for they have returned to revel in the bone-chilling nights of All Saints' Wake. Their ghoulish gala is the talk of the town, and knowing the troupe's appetite for mischief as I do, I sense what lies in store. I implore you to view the spectacle for yourself. You need only speak with the genial geyser. He shall guide your steps to the haunted manor. Come on, come all to the Continental Circus's grand masquerade. Shall I guide you to the festivities, good sir? Yeah, send me over. Send me over. I always like that they took this is like what, Haukke Manor, and they turned it into a Halloween hub. It's like one of 2 Halloween hubs. I don't know if they brought back the other one this year though. I bid you welcome, dear guest. It is our honor to host you. The overly inquisitive adventurer from seasons past? Has has been quite some time. And not that adventurers are unwelcome, mind. I harbor no ill will against them whatsoever. Now tell me, what brings you to our manor of happy horrors? A suspicious introduction for one who claims to harbor no ill will. Or not scheming up more plans for the night of devilry, are you? Let's go with that one. Certainly not. This is All Saints' Wake. I would prefer not to be at the receiving end of your guild's incorrigible investigations. But I tire of shadowy schemes and the accusations that often follow, so I shall lay bare our secret as a gesture of good faith. However, you must swear never to share with others what I reveal. Though we of the Continental Circus disguise ourselves as mortal men and women, we are in truth a troop of otherworldly creatures. For some of us, our monstrous costumes are in fact our true form. Were my own glamour dispelled, you would see me as I truly am, an imp. Not so long ago, our ultimate goal was to drown this realm in the blackest night and usher in a long-coveted legend among my kind, the Night of Devilry, where our leader, the Great Gourd, would rise again and strike terror into the hearts of men. But as a few Void-sent compatriots have recently taught us, there lies a reward even sweeter than mortal fear, one that fills our hearts and satiates our souls: gratitude. One taste, they said, and we would be unable to deny the fulfillment it brought us. Thus, the circus abandoned its malevolent ambitions to pursue honeyed words of appreciation instead. When glorious autumn twilight reigns supreme across this realm, mortal and void-sent must join hands in harmony and carouse to their hearts' contents. In doing so, all shall know unforgettable thrills and chills beyond comprehension. Our masquerade is proof of this desire. Listen well, and you too shall hear our guests cry out in splendor. Ah, please make it stop! Why, I'm scared. I want my mommy. Why, that's not splendorous at all. Please, you must believe me. We have no intention of frightening our guests. At least, not like this. Everyone swore a solemn oath to entertain. How has it come to this? Oh, you needn't glare those daggers at me. I haven't the foggiest as to what has transpired, but perhaps you might use your skills of inquiry to our benefit. I beseech you, adventurer, survey the manor and discover what has brought our patrons such distress. Starting with the second floor, I shall remain here to oversee affairs. Once you have identified the cause of this chaos, you must inform me, with all due haste. Should fell rumors begin to spread, I fear the Adventurers Guild's suspicions will soon follow. This year we get access to mounts within here, which is nice. Which, you know, around the 2020, when the Halloween event was pretty much canceled that year, I was like, alright, maybe they had a reward that we were going to be able to earn, and maybe we will see it, like, reused, or maybe released on, like, some sort of a storefront, a digital storefront. Luckily, that latter part didn't happen. And, this model strangely appeared in content where it looked very out of place. This little mandragora that's all messed up and zombified. I found this, like, a really cute looking monster, and I was like, why the hell is that here of all things? And my suspicion was, oh, this was from the canceled Halloween event from 2020. And then later they just kind of like released it randomly for Island Sanctuary content that you had a chance to get it. So I was like, yeah, well, at least it's easy to get and it's not like super time consuming to get it. I think they're pretty cheap on the market board these days, if people are still doing their Island Sanctuary stuff. But yeah, that's what I'll be writing around for this quest. This cute little zombie mandragora. Silence! Silence, I say! You must go away! Where we go, chaos and devilry follow. Remain here, and in chaos you shall wallow. This performer is too absorbed in their mischief to listen to what you have to say. These little environmental storytelling. You got the pumpkins carrying things around. You got the ghosts around their dying ghost grandma or grandpa, maybe. I don't know. I love the makeover this place gets during Halloween. As everyone knows, I'm a fan of cute, lightly spooky Halloween. I do like dark and gruesome Halloween too. But just my general aesthetic is I do love cartoony horror. I should probably like put that umbrella away. Why do I have an umbrella indoors? That's gonna be bad luck. Hungry pudding down the hall, armed zombie jesters down the stairs. They didn't tell me this masquerade would have me running for my life. There's the reward we get for this year, which is another mandragora. But this one is the long-awaited pumpkin version. Heh, next I could gouge out some eyeballs, maybe even gobble up a few fresh organs while I'm at it. This performer is too absorbed in his own machinations that he hasn't noticed you. I'm pretty sure like he's an actual zombie. Maybe. Because there are some, what would the term be? Cognitive zombies, like ones that are completely self-aware. If you've ever done the Hildebrand quest, you'll know. There's kind of like multiple forms of zombies within Final Fantasy XIV. Give me an elixir. No elixir, then no treats for you. This performer is too absorbed in their mischief to listen to what you have to say. Excuse me, sir, have you seen any elixirs around here? That creature in the pot won't stop asking for one, but they cost more than my allowance can afford. When this entire place was like that puzzle dungeon, I did it so many times because they gave us one of the best Halloween decorations, which was essentially a pumpkin tower. So I had to like collect as many as possible. The lone zombie in the desert, yeah. He's a part of the Hildebrand quest and everything, right? It's been a while, so I think he was. The intrepid adventurer returns. How fared the others? Despite our newfound mission, we do still take great pleasure in mortals' fits of fright. I suspect they may have forgotten themselves and prioritized their own enjoyment over that of our guests. I do empathize with their plight, and they've yet to cause any lasting harm. Mayhap it would be best to indulge them this once and allow them their fun. I jest, of course. We cannot allow my brethren's antics to go unchecked, but if they will not listen to the reprimands of a kindly adventurer, I can hardly imagine they would heed mine. At an impasse, are we? Return to me, child, and I shall offer my aid. Is something amiss? It seems that the Impresario cannot hear the voice of the pumpkin-headed apparition, but you sense it would be wise to heed her advice and return to Redania. Still raining out here. You are returned. The children of the circus are a fascinating bunch, are they not? Their antics never fail to amuse me. But while their intentions are pure, we must calm those who have lost themselves in feats of fear. I believe I can conjure something that will do just that. I shall begin the preparations. For your part, I would ask you to procure a few necessary ingredients. I require All Saints' Wake cookies and a decorative pumpkin. The shady smock over yonder is like to have a few cookies to spare. As for the pumpkin, the Botanist Guild possesses a pumpkin patch for our needs. Seek out the Great Loam Gourd Keep. He will be happy to oblige you. I always wonder what year they're gonna remove this sexy NPC. Is she returned for another year? Look at her doing that pose. I don't think they ever added that pose yet for players to do. One day, maybe. Heh, sorry, dearie. We're not selling at the moment. You're on behalf of the Pumpkinhead, you say? Well, if it's for her, I suppose I can make an exception. But you'd best keep it a secret from our other guests. There you go, 1 bag of freshly baked All Saints cookies. Send the Pumpkinhead my regards, won't you? This is how I want a girl to look at me. Okay. Let me just teleport over to the Botanist Guild. In need of a decorative pumpkin, are you? Well, you're in luck. I've got a plump and round one here, freshly carved, no less. We of the Botanist Guild take great pride in our pumpkins, and we are glad to share them with one and all. They make for sweet treats and charming decorations this time of year. I do hope you'll make good use of yours. It's gonna become a new mount of mine. These little decorations just randomly jitter and make a little noise. Nah, I'll take the long way back. We'll go to scenic route. Whoa. Just remembering that I turned everything on. Wait. Yeah. It's always a bunch of checks that I have to do when I'm going to stream Final Fantasy XIV. So I have to deactivate some settings, reactivate some settings. Have you gathered the ingredients? A small sack of nearly full to bursting with delectably sweet pumpkin cookies, and decorative pumpkin lovingly raised and hand-carved by Great Loam Growery's botanist. This plump, smiling gourd is a staple of All Saints' Wake season. Excellent, excellent. These will make for a most magnificent result. Now I shall concoct a creation that will strike terror into the hearts of naughty children who have forgotten their purpose and joy into the hearts of weeping mortals. Ma'am, I'm trying to cutscene here. This is the problem of being a Lalafell. When you're doing a quest, people just walk right on top of you. Oh. The pumpkin-headed apparition appears ready to put her plans into action. Heh. Now let us put an end to the Continental Circus's cruel tricks, shall we? With the materials you have gathered, I shall prepare the solution we require. But all good things take time. I suggest you return to the Manor and inform the Impresario of our plan. All shall be made clear soon enough. I am told there is a situation occurring at our masquerade, but I have faith that you will solve it. Shall I guide you to the Manor? Here we get an actual cutscene. Welcome back. I regret to report that the circus circumstances remain unchanged here in the Manor. Have you any new ideas to share? Concocted a creation, you say? Of what kind? Apologies for the wait. My master proudly presents a ghoulish gift for our dear Impresario. My word, this doll is the spitting image of me. 'Tis no ordinary doll, I assure you. You may operate it by writing atop its head. And that's not all. Take control and you shall have a bevy of illusory spells at your disposal. These illusory spells are based on the materials our adventurer friends so kindly provided us. Delectable delights for the worthy, and a haunting trick for those undeserving of treats. I see a solution to mollify both parties. Might I leave the operation of this magic doll to you, adventurer? In this mortal glamour, I doubt I'd be able to maneuver it as well as you. Once you have shown them the error of their ways, order them to return to me, and I shall re-educate them on the parts they must play here. Our guests also deserve recompense for their prior treatment. I ask that you send them to me as well, that I might offer them sweets in apology. I cannot bear to end their All Saints' wake on a dour note. So your plans are made, yes? Then I shall return to my master. I wish you happy frightening and delightening. And we've had this little guy as a pet for a while. Well then, I suppose all that's left for you to do is to operate this mechanical me. I suggest you begin by marching it right up to the second floor and calming the commotion above. And remember, my fellow performers should be convinced to return with the pumpkin's trick. I ask that you reserve the treats for our guests. We mustn't give them more undue fright. Should you find yourself separated from our pumpkin friend, simply return to me, and you may hop on its head once more. Now then, off you go. It gets shrunken down a bit for Lalafell. Unfortunate, always unfortunate. We get the smallest mounts. Ugh. How dare you get in my way? I don't need treats, I'll make you pay. Wrong spell. No, no, no! Impresario, no, I've been good all this time. It's not what you think. I've done no crime. Oh dear, the Impresario isn't happy with us? Then I'll hurry to him, lest I cause further fuss. Hello, Scarf the Smith. It'd be nice if Lalafell's got full-size mounts. It's not like we don't get very large versions of permanently large mounts. It'd be nice if like all mount sizes were kind of normalized, and maybe say for lore reasons Chocobos weren't. Because chocobos are kind of like fitted for their masters. What? What more could you possibly? Magic candy? Was that your doing? They're offering cookies and candy as an apology, you say? Gods, I deserve a treat after all this. I'll be on my way then. Let's see. Oh, what is that? Oh, you're no guest. It is kind of you to offer me a treat, but I must abstain, and please refrain from touching any nearby weaponry. I just want to see like what the wrong spell does. Ugh, what the hell was that for? Strange, it feels as though the Impresario was slapping me across the head, but it did not hurt. Has he conjured up some new illusion? You say he's summoning the whole troop to the front of the manor for a talking to? Now that you mention it, I have been a bit overzealous about frightening our clientele. I'll hurry back right away. This place has such like good Halloween color schemes. What? What is it? Oh, sweet, sweet candy. Gimme candy. Gimme more. Oh no, the Impresario's magics. Gone already? Ah, no more magics for me. What? He's summoning us to the foyer? Yes, haha, yes. Then to Impresario I shall go. Oh? What strange pumpkins, but I mustn't get distracted. I still need to find that elixir. It's raining candy. Ah, there it goes. They're giving away free treats? Hooray, then I'll march right up to that Impresario and tell him to gimme candy. She really wanted that candy, she just didn't care. The gang's all here. Give me an elixir, and candy too. Give me enough candy for everyone. Oh, the Impresario, did he roil with rage? This bump on my head's going to last a whole age. I dedicated myself too fiercely to my role and forgot the oath I made to the Impresario. How shameful of me. I owe you a great debt, adventurer. With your aid, I was able to give these members of the troop a good scolding. While a few frights are necessary to amplify the delights we provide, we must never allow the former to overshadow the latter. It is our solemn duty to provide the small folk with a memorable All Saints' Wake experience. We felt the very same, Impresario, even though the adventurers always came for us, even though we knew what it was like to be punished and scared in years past, we lost ourselves, striking fear into the hearts of those who didn't deserve it. Chaos is good for us, but not for them. We must bring smiles to their faces again. Here, here, less chaos, more treats and smiles. Undue chaos will be promptly punished. Whip your asses. No more punishments, please. We'll remain good hosts, so be at ease. Alright, my fellow thespians, it's time we greeted our guests with good cheer. Return to your places and give them all the masquerade they deserve. With that settled, I believe I should be able to handle the troop from here on out. I cannot thank you enough for your assistance, adventurer. And before I forget, is the one who crafted that mechanical masterpiece an acquaintance of yours? If at all possible, I'd like to be able to express my thanks to them as well. A woman sporting a white pumpkin head? That sounds awfully like the legendary Great Gourd, who would command the Void Sent forces on the Night of Devilry. But I jest. Legends are precisely that. Tall tales and no more. Allow me that joke, at least. She's real! In any event, you mentioned she awaited your return at Miketo's amphitheater, did you not? Pray allow me to join you. I should very much like to meet this pumpkin-headed acquaintance of yours. Oh my god, she's beautiful. So this is the one you spoke of. She does exude a legendary sort of aura. If you were to tell me she was the Great Gourd, I'd certainly believe it, but of course, that's simply not possible. Heh, all's well that ends well, I see. Was my clockwork creation of assistance? Indeed it was. My brethren have remembered their duty to entertain, and I dare say our guests shall be all the merrier for it. That as well. I trust you will continue to give this city's mortal residents an exhilarating All Saints' Wake experience. Trust me, it's a lot of fun in the Manor. Let's all go. You sure those scary monsters won't eat me up? They might give you a bit of a fright, but it's all in good fun. They're giving away a lot of treats, too. Well, if you say so, but you have to promise you'll stay with us the whole time. Of course, I won't leave you two behind. Come on, let's go. Yes, all is well. Those children's smiles are proof of it. How strange. I feel as though I'm truly enjoying All Saints' Wake for the first time. It's rather refreshing, actually. I shall continue to put forth my best effort, that the Continental Circus's name might be known in every corner of the realm. But for the present, my duties call me to the Manor. Thus do I ask of you, adventurer, to spread word of our deeds and spread us fondly in your travels. That clockwork creature you possess is a reflection of myself and of my troop as well. Use it with pride, and perhaps others will want to know more of us in so doing. A sound plan. Yours is in the face of the Continental Circus, after all. As long as your mischief-making days are over. One day, perhaps, tales of my troop will overshadow even those of the Great Gourd, but until then, I shall continue my work to convey to the realm all that the Wake can offer. Now then, 'tis time I returned. As you well know, I cannot leave those scoundrels without their ringleader for too long. We shall be performing at the Manor for the remainder of the season. Should you wish to join in our festivities, you are welcome to visit us as often as you please. In that case, I too shall open my haunted home to you, adventurer. Join me in my gardens, if you dare. Simply speak with my servant, and she shall guide you to my abode. You may entertain yourself there for as long as you wish. The season of devilry and revelry lingers yet, and we shall thrive upon it. May you carouse to your heart's content this All Saints wake. The Void is back in town. It's like that one shitpost meme of the boys are back in town. No, that's the guide to the manor. But first, actually, I gotta buy the poster. There's like a little poster you can hang up of the art from last year's. Gotta say, I don't like the event art this year because they're just using story characters and like now they're just using quest NPCs. Well, I guess they're here if you have done their quests. They are here, so I guess they are a part of the event. Good to see you, Rickubus. The city truly lives in harmony with nature, no? It reminds me how much my own village that I can't help but feel at home here. I've not witnessed a celebration like this before. What with all these monstrous decorations scattered about? I assume they're not meant for target practice, correct? Oh, I'm so pleased to see you, Rickubus. I hope you've been enjoying the festivities. I've never seen so many pumpkins in one place before. In fact, I may have thoughtlessly brandished my spear at a giant pumpkin-headed doll a while ago. He wasn't even causing trouble, so I felt awful about it. Elaret and Kokonowa's Mamet still have a hold on me, it seems. Where's the others? My village's leaders ordered me to travel here and learn more of the celebrations you hold in Eorzea. Rather intriguing things, all told. When I return home, we'll have to make our own rites and such to keep busy with. But until then, I plan to make the most of this All Saint wakes of yours. It is important to set aside your duties as you travel, that you might observe the sights and sounds of distant lands more keenly. So our leader told us, though I suspect Tentoawa has paid it little mind. My own worries aside, we've never had the opportunity to travel together, so this has been a lovely experience for us both. I wonder if I should try the rumored transformation magic here for myself. So like these are the job role quest NPCs that are scattered about here. Here's Tepiki. With the Unbound taken care of, I thought it ideal to roam around Eorzea with the others. We hadn't realized there would be a celebration taking place, so you can imagine our surprise when we arrived. I've heard they're hosting a masquerade inside a haunted manor, so I'd like to experience it for myself. I'm certain my parents would be thrilled to hear my adventures there as well. There's gotta be more somewhere. Oh, there they are. Rickubus, why did you not mention this festival while we were traveling together? Yes, we did have far more pressing concerns at the time, but still, the pumpkin decorations are all so utterly charming. In any event, I'm glad I managed to find you here. Kakulja has been released, as you can see. Once the festivities have concluded, he and I plan to travel home together. He did promise to visit my village first, after all. It has been some time, Rickubus, when I wrote the Sitolja of my release. She was eager to cross the salt once more and find me. In the end, we decided to meet here in Gridania. Oh. Though I've spent some time in Eorzea, I've had few chances to participate in your festivals. Sitolja, and at least, seems to be enjoying it all, so I can't ask for much more than that. I think that's all of them. Yeah, it's gotta like be all of them. These are just like random NPCs over here, unrelated to... Well, they're probably like other quest NPCs and stuff. These little seasonal events always bring out like minor major characters in a way of like storylines. If you finish their storylines, they have like a chance to kind of like appear in places where the events are taking place. And they have some little, you know, flavor text that you could very well miss out on if you don't preserve. And I'm not always the best at scouting that kind of stuff out, to be honest. Should you wish to visit my master's residence, it would be my pleasure to escort you. No, it wouldn't be a Halloween Final Fantasy XIV stream if we didn't go here. This cute little hub area that's just all about Halloween. You know, little photo op chances. The spooky haunted manor, which maybe hopefully one day we will get to go inside of in a future event, and maybe it'll be like a dungeon reminiscent of before. So we got like cute little decorations. Maybe if you are so inclined, you'll find my stupid ass AFK here, hanging out, but I don't know. I've been spending a lot of my festivity Halloween time within VR chat because they also have a Halloween event going on right now. There she is. Oh. I guess that's one of the costumes you can have now, is the little Polly Hildebrand. Brandy Hild, I think. I forget like what his naming scheme was. That fuck ate all the cookies. What is this place? Is your memory as fleeting as your lifespan, child? As I told you before, this is my home. You are welcome to come and go as you please. Who are you? You need to ask? My head is not merely for show. I am the Archfiend, feared and revered since time immemorial, the great Gord who once led legions of darkness. It is in fact merely a title held by those in my coven. Each generation, the knowledge to control denizens of the void is passed down alongside the appellation. What do you do exactly? I watch. My ancestors once bound the Void Scent to their will as a means to wage war and caused irreparable harm to the world in so doing. Remorseful for their actions, they swore to never be complicit in such a tragedy again. We have watched ever since. Our goal is to not harm the minions of darkness, but to educate them. Show them that the peace is an option. But I have spoken enough. I had not realized entertaining a guest could be quite so thrilling. Hehehe. Up to something? Me? Never. I am but a fun-loving imp, here to help my fellow revelers enjoy the wake, and I can fashion you a very convincing guise for the masquerade. Hehehe. All I need for you is to recall a journey unforgettable. Traverse your memories and tell me what, or perhaps who, you see. A Hrothgar woman of peerless resolve who laid eyes upon a golden city. A reasonable Mikote man who proudly serves his homeland alongside his sister. A Lalafellan woman of origin, wielding a magic brush who sought the truth of her origin. A Hyrulean man who crossed the vast seas to embark on his next great adventures. Whoa, it's me, the actual box art main character, John Fantasy. Nah. I think this menu is completely new. I would love to see them make new menus like this, because this is... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. This is, like, really nice to have. Previously, it was just, like, the a bunch of ugly text boxes that was, as per usual, a nightmare to navigate. You have all these like story NPCs from the different expansions. Here we go. I can actually like get the... Okay, she's from like Eureka Orthos. You could actually like roleplay as her too. Well, not roleplay, but like take on her guys. Yeah, it's me, Low Poly Hillybrand. Okay. Oh, there's like a little extra area over here. Beyond here lies a place of rest. The little graveyard area. Ooh. The spookiest thing of all. PS1 graphics. Ooh. Okay. What do I look like? An indie dev looking to make a horror-themed PS1 game? But that'll be it for All Saints Wake, so let's head on over to the other portion of what I have planned for the stream. Did I buy the poster? Yeah, I bought 2 of them. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Let's whip out the new mount. The animation's really nice. You're like, whoa, what's that castle in the background? Shadowbringers is a really good expansion. I loved it a lot. I want to say it's like my favorite expansion. As you can see, I've already cleared it. So it'll probably take a while for the queue to happen. What does it look like when it's flying? Does it have like any... No, it doesn't have like any special particle effects. It still do the actions when it's in the air though. Too bad Mechanic Cat's not here. Otherwise, I would have put on the Wook Lamont glamour. Hey, Mechanic Cat, it's me, everyone's favorite character, Wook Lamont. He'd be like, "Take that costume off right now! Don't you pretend to be my waifu." Anytime I see like a female Hrothgar around, I like a nice looking one, I just take a screen cap of it and I DM it directly to Mechanic Cat like, hey, here you go. I know you like these I know you're a furry. I know you like these cat girls. Literal cat girls. Lion girls. Here you go. Here's your lion bimbo. Whoa. This is the goofiest barding that they've added for the chocobos. I like it a lot. Hopefully there's like people actually queuing for these floors. I guess in, oh, we have, like, all the... I think every single Mandragora outside maybe a few as mounts now. It's like we got the Mandragora Onion Prince. I like the Onion Prince because he's kind of like me in a way. I like onions, but he's also just like, he's so sad and full of dread. You got Eggplant Knight. I like this one too. I like the shape of his eyes. They have the Garlic Jester. I've always found the little, like, vegetable crew to be really cute. You got the Tomato King, who's, like, kind of vampire-ish in nature. He's a little sick and twisted individual. And then we got the Mandragora Queen. Not that you guys could really... My bar is mainly blocking them. But I'm glad that they added these ones. And then the Pyrofool, which was from a canceled Halloween event, allegedly. I don't have proof to back up my claims, but the skipped Halloween and the following content that released kind of, it just seemed to kind of hint that they had this laying around and they didn't want it to go to waste. But now we have it. Sucks that we had to miss out on a Halloween, though. Because it's always the event that I look forward to the most. Now this is the... What is this called? The Island Adenium. It's a very... If you like crazy-ass colors... This one's kind of a very long grind to get. It could take quite a while to get this one. Though I don't know if it's gotten cheaper with time. Because it's kind of like on a weekly lockout. You just have to like be very, very persistent at doing Island Sanctuary. And you will unlock it eventually. Or you could just straight up buy it if you're lazy. And Ambulario. The most recent addition to the Mandragora family mounts. It's taking quite a while for people to queue up. Hopefully I didn't choose a bad time to do this. It is Friday. There are new challenge logs to do to keep people incentivized to do it every week. And as you can see, I've already gotten my weekly clear. But I figured whenever I do these little seasonal event streams, they're pretty short, so I like to have something else on the side to showcase a piece of content if I have the energy to do so. Okay, I got someone else in queue with me finally. But we can actually just head back. Well, we'll go to a Halloween setting while I wait in queue. Oh, it's raining again. You hear the frog song ambience. We have the Imp here as well. Yeah, I'll just do this just in case Mechanicat watches the VOD. Hey, Mechanicat, it's me, Wook Lamar. Sphene, listen to me. Explore some of the other costumes. I wonder if in order to unlock this one, you need to finish Eureka Orthos. She's like such a random pick. Maybe it's gotta be like some Easter egg. If you just like beat Eureka Orthos, you unlock her. Oh, this bastard. Holy shit. He makes some of the best fucking faces in that quest line. He is an actual bastard. He's a scary guy. He was the Final Fantasy VII Weapon Trial series antagonist. We still haven't got the Beastmaster class yet, but back in Shadowbringers, there was this duo of Beastmasters, and this little Lalafell right here was one of them. Then we have like this what's his name? Jekt from Final Fantasy X looking motherfucker right here. I think he's got his hairstyle and everything. He's like the main Beastmaster that was a part of that Shadowbringers content. We're kind of waiting for these characters to come back somehow. Maybe to train us to be Beastmasters or something. Who knows? I don't know if you guys could hear my little dog outside my door. She's upset. So she's like whining right now. I forget what this guy's role was, or if he's like maybe a deep dungeon unlock as well. Everyone's favorite. She's like the pick if you want an insane girlfriend. This queue is taking forever. 10 minutes? Damn. We could go explore the basement at least. Yeah, the bloodthirsty woman. That she's just like, fight me! Fight me! Keep fighting me! Oh. Break time's over, now we make merry. Oh! Haukk's Manor did have I think Succubus, or at least the main resident of the place turned into a succubus. She was like a Elizabeth Bathory kind of situation, where she was using her manor to do all kinds of nefarious things and summon monsters and do rituals, and I think that's how it goes. Basically, yeah, she just has this entire dungeon hidden underneath of her manor. Now it's just used as a spooky backdrop. Alright, we finally got our third person in the queue. You love bumping into Gaius and his daughter in the hatching tide. Did that happen? I can't remember. Well, I probably didn't see it myself. Sometimes, like, when I do these event streams, I'm just looking to have a little short stream. Nothing, like, too long or crazy, because Final Fantasy XIV records very heavy. So I prefer not to waste too much time, just to keep the file sizes pretty low, because I'm running pretty low on space. Okay, here we go, here we go. Spooky time begins now. With very unspooky music. Lahi. This is likely gonna get content claim because they like to fucking sneak a lot of albums that they sell for money into deep dungeons. Oops, accidentally pulled another gremlin. But yeah, this could either last until floor 100, or we'll just die miserably on the next floor. So, this is just a small taste of what Pilgrim's Traverse is in the final floors. Which, it feels like Castlevania-like, in a way. Which, I guess, speaking of Castlevania-like, there are the normal raids in Endwalker that are very themed after, like, Castlevania and Resident Evil. Very inspired by monsters and stuff. Maybe for next Halloween, if I don't have, like, any supplementary content to do, I could do some of those fights. Problem is, I just don't want to wait in queue forever for old content that people probably aren't doing. All DPS is actually pretty good for these later floors. I honestly don't trust a traditional party unless it's like with actual friends. Because it just seems like we have enough DPS to just power through anything. And DPS, especially in deep dungeons, we know that we have to perform our role. Otherwise, we're gonna die, and we don't want that to happen. Like, all my clears have been with, like, full DPS classes. And all my failures have been with traditional party makeup, or like 2 healers or 2 tanks. Now, like I said at the start of the stream, this is kind of like mystery dungeon styled content. You have to kill enough enemies to unlock the door to the next floor. And different stuff could happen. Different events. You find a bunch of items that can help you out in a pinch or buff you. You could find candelabras, which are new to this deep dungeon, which could buff the next floor and make it easier or harder for you. And your gear actually doesn't matter at all in here. You find these silver chests and open them, and it adds a +1 to either your attack or your defense, up until the level +99, which I'm currently at, so I'm at max power in here, essentially. So it's all basically just skill and knowledge on what these enemies do, and avoiding their mechanics, which we're just killing everything so fast it doesn't even have a... oh, mimic. It doesn't have a chance to react or do anything. But there's also like traps on the floor, which is why a lot of us are not running into the center of the room. Because we could step on a lure trap that's gonna spawn 3 enemies, and depending on the combination of enemies, that could very easily wipe and kill us all. So you always gotta be a little bit careful. Sometimes there's exploding traps that explode and reduce you to near death, but also it reduces any nearby enemies to near death. So it's a double-edged blade. You can use it to your advantage. Sometimes there's a trap that silences you so you can't use abilities, or transmogrifies you into something that's worthless and you can't do anything to help your party or fight back. They are fun pieces of content, and if you actually want, you can solo this content. You don't need a party. If you're confident enough to do that, which I am not, and it's very time consuming. But there's some crazy people out there that can actually speedrun Palace of the Dead, which instead of being 100 floors is 200 floors. Which is insane to me. 200 floors is a lot. And basically, once you wipe on any of the floors, you get sent back to floor 1 for the previous 3 deep dungeons. Not this one, though. You could basically queue in at certain checkpoints. They added checkpoints to this deep dungeon, so it's very casualized. From 71 to 100, you have a checkpoint. And if you wipe at any one of those floors, you basically have to... oh shit. You have to restart back at 71. Which isn't that bad. But it's still a little bit time confusing. Here we got like a lot of patrols just coming into the room. And no rest for us. Patrols are usually a very, scary thing. But these patrols aren't too bad. They're just annoying. And the reason why they can be deadly because they do a knockback. And they could just hurl you into traps. If you hit a lure trap, you're gonna spawn a bunch of enemies. And then, you don't want to really fight more than 1 enemy on the upper floors. You kind of want to do 1 at a time. And right now, this floor is all red because it's a gloom floor. So everything, it has increased power. Oh. Treacherous ground. Tread carefully, for the road is perilous. That's not gonna be fun. That's not gonna be fun. That's the first time I've seen that debuff. We took a gamble on the candelabra, and it didn't pay off. I gotta be very careful as a Pictomancer as well, because my AoE could just pull additional mobs, and that won't be good. Some enemies are easier than others, and then some enemies in a duo are a very deadly combination. Say, take an enemy that does a giant ring, and then an enemy that does a giant circle around it. If they overlap, you have no escape whatsoever, unless you're just not even in the fight at all. That's why Kolkus, Deco, Haukke, and I, many a times, because we had enemies that did draw-ins and pulled us into AoEs, and it's some scary stuff. It's some scary stuff. I don't have to worry about that too much, though. I'll be able to get, like, literally everything from this without having to need a fixed party. But, I will help out Haukke, Deco, and Kolkus if they do show out interest in, doing this deep dungeon. But after Eureka Orthos, which was very difficult, that lasted, like, I want to say maybe half a year, maybe? We finally beat it. We got all of our clears that we needed. We kind of don't want to go back to it ever again. This one, the developers recognized that Eureka Orthos was very difficult. And so they kind of like toned it back for this one. Now what I just used is a intuition Pomander, which will find us a secret treasure on a floor. You have to like stand on the spot and it spawns the treasure. And sometimes you can just have a happy little accident if you don't even have an intuition up. And you'll just happen to stand right on top of where one of these secret treasure hoards will be. And they basically just give you a little gacha bag that could have a potential high-level mount in it, depending on how far up in the tower or dungeon you are. So usually the little treasure bags that you get on 71 plus tend to have a higher chance at giving you very desirable rewards that everyone wants, like special mounts that you can only get from these floors. Though things work a little bit differently in this dungeon. Sometimes you're just passively earning a currency now that kind of acts as a failsafe so you can get the mounts. This party like knows what's up. I like them. Enemy sets are always like changing as well. So at least like halfway through, you start seeing different enemy sets, like every 10 floors. And you take on these deep dungeons, 10 floors at a time. You get breaks between every 10 floors. And sometimes it's like, nah, treasure ain't worth it. We're doing enough DPS, we don't really have to worry. So you got some new enemy types here. These do a look away. They're on the easier end. The Invoke Satana, which I think these are easier too. They just cast random AoEs. Nothing to really fear. Just everything's a little more especially dangerous right now because we're on a gloom floor. That debuffs us and buffs enemies. That's not good. That's not good. Hypnomancer is really powerful in deep dungeons because our guaranteed crits from the hammer. We have such really nice bursts that sometimes enemies just don't even get a chance to get their gimmicks off. This guy, he does a front cone and a back cone. You don't want to be behind him because he'll hit you with his tail. We need like 1 or 2 more enemies to unlock the exit. Oh, exit's open. Oh, there's a treasure hoard right there. So, I don't know if the party's gonna want to get it. Oh, there's a succubus patrol. Oh shit, here's another patrol. See, we just like got ambushed from the back. This could happen quite often if you're not paying attention to your blind sides. Yeah, there's like you can see there's like 3 of them back there, but 2 seem to be heading away from us and 1 is heading near us. These places are very easy if you're attentive enough. And like I said, it's just knowing the skill sets of the enemies you're fighting. And if you know what enemy you could pull multiple groups of, or what enemy you should single out, it's easy. It could be pretty defeating though, to get up to like, say floor 90 and then wipe to a trash mob. But then that just means you gotta hop right back in and kick its ass. We did Heaven on High and Palace of the Dead in 1 shot, but our ass got destroyed multiple times during Eureka Orthos. That place was just really fucking hard. I'm taking a gamble here. Retrace my path. What floor are we on? 87. We're doing really good, but damage dealt decreased. That's not so good. Hopefully our DPS actually makes up for it, though. The music that's playing is from a really fucking depressing dungeon. Oh, I can use one of our ultimate Palmanders. This one is going to reveal the entire floor, remove bad enhancements, and it's going to instantly unlock the exit for us. Pretty much 71 plus always guarantees a silver chest to be one of the incense that you can use to either do a full floor wipe, which kills all the enemies, or Maze Route, which it transmogrifies enemies as well, and makes it so that they can't cast their special spells. It reveals all the traps on the floor. Maze Route is like really nice. It's really powerful. If you like a floor you really don't like and you have a spare Maze Route, go ahead and use it. A poison fruit, like, clears the entire floor. And the one you don't want is a bark balm, which it's just like an additional little healer pet that kind of like follows you around and helps you out. That's like the least useful one. It's good for a boss fight, I guess, if you want like supplementary healing. But yeah, at the upper floors, Maze Route and poison fruit are the best things you could possibly get. Oh god, we got multiple. This is a tactic of like when you don't want to fight a bunch of these guys. Oh fuck. They marked the wrong one, and then they pulled another one. Accidents do happen, though. There's a little bit of a panic button that occurs. One of them used a witching pomander, which turns all the enemies into a little critter that basically can't use its skills. So it's kind of like a panic button. They'll still do melee damage, but usually it's not that bad. They're gonna run in there, grab the treasure, activate the candelabra. Another debuff floor next. We're not having a good luck with these candelabras. Oh, these guys right here, the balls are scary. They're essentially a clone of something you see in Eureka Orthos. They do this giant ray. You can't, like, it will kill you. And it has a crazy range to it. And I think it goes through walls, so you can't line of sight it. You will die. There's a cool gimmick to some enemies too, on certain floors, where you can actually walk past them because they're sound-based. Footsteps will aggro them. Oh! Oh shit. Okay, one of those lions just did a very scary move that if you're caught in the doorway, it will kill you. You can line of sight that ability that it just did. I'm guessing we... Okay, it looks like they're going back for it. I think they just know there's a clear threat in that room. So if I get turned to stone by that and I'm in the line of sight of the lion casting, I would pretty much be instantly KO'd. Why did I think the exit was in there for some reason? Yeah, this is just a AoE around it. This is kind of like an easy trash mob. There's mobs you want to prioritize and mobs you want to kind of avoid. If you can help it. This Cerberus is... Oh, fuck. He does like a lightning bolt around him, which you don't want to be caught in it. I'm happy the group has been working out. So if they want, they could just use a poison fruit. Oh, no, actually, no. We don't have them. Oh, God. Yeah, see, they're charging up this ability, and once it goes off, it kills anything in its path. In Palace of the Dead, Heaven on High, there's, like, gorillas that essentially kind of do this. They beat their chest and one-hit kill everything that they grab in their line of sight. That room looks like it's a monster house. And I see another... God, there's a whole lot in there. Oh, that room sucks. It's scary when you get caught in that, even when you're line of sighting. Okay, this is a really risky pull that just happened right here. They're doing the Abyss Ray. Oh, God. Oh! Okay, yeah, you can see I just got caught. I got caught in the incinerating roar. But it's fine. I didn't use any, like, strength pomanders or anything. Oh! Almost happened again. What an awful room. That's like one of the worst. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. That's one of the worst rooms I've probably seen so far out of all my runs. It's just filled with balls. Bowels. Come on, we could, you know, I'll let you guys pull. I'm kind of nervous. They've been all transmogrified into Leafmen, so they're not going to be able to do their scary moves. But that could still very well wear off, and I think the Pixie operates off of a kind of a cooldown when doing it, so I think they're maybe waiting for the cycles. Oh god. You can't control when your little companion summoned by the maze route is going to do that. It just kind of randomly does it, and sometimes it turns a really tricky situation into a... Oh god. Hey, this isn't a bad room at all. Alright, and on every even-numbered floor, except for the final boss, there's gonna be a floor 99 boss. We have one of the main bosses we have to fight. They're always the same every 10 floors. I usually don't capture the chat. Forehand, his sides are safe. Twin wing, front and back are safe. Backhand, he be where the fist is aiming. I'm not really good at this fight. I could sure cast this. Which is something I need to get better at using, since I'm still very new to the caster DPS class. Okay. Making this boss look easy, but the first time I fought him, he was really, really scary. Oh. I forgot about that mechanic. How did that still hit me? Alright, well, that's floors 81 through 90. Which means 91 through 100 is next, or however long that lasts. Ah, I left before I could give the commendation. Alright, well, the final floors, which are very, very scary. Very, very scary. Hopefully I get the same group again. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm glad I got to showcase it off enough that even if I do fail, you guys get to like at least see the final few floors. Yeah, I didn't get anything good from my treasure, sadly. What's the NPC that sells stuff? Yeah, this is like, these are the accessories you could get this time around. They're a lot more noticeable than previous accessories. They got like the fairy theme to them. Very detailed. Except the rings. Rings are kind of like still, you know, they're small, hard to notice, unless like you're really going out of your way to pay attention to things. I do like the neck piece though, and I do like the earrings. The earrings are like some of the more out there earrings in the game. They're very noticeable when usually they're not. Like if anyone has been paying attention and knows what my current earring that I'm wearing is, it's the glass pumpkin from reaching floor 200 of Palace of the Dead. And when you get to floor 200 of Palace of the Dead, there's a chance it could be one of two items that you get. And depending on what that item is, you can exchange it for a glass pumpkin or like something that looks more like a red eyeball or something. It's like more of a red fire-like eyeball. You'd like these for your hatching tide, Glam? Well, give the deep dungeon a try. You don't need a fixed party. Anyone can do this. You just have to... You have to learn and be willing to wipe a few times, and then jump back in when shit goes south. Making sure I haven't... Luckily, I haven't been dropping a lot of frames this stream. My ISP, like, occasionally just, like, drops for a split second, and I get, like, lag spikes every so often. I'm doing... Oh, nice Kill Bill cosplay. What was I saying? It's scary, like, in a deep dungeon, when a boss is doing a mechanic and then everyone is just standing still, and I'm like, oh, I'm having one of those moments, aren't I? And then I get killed. Alright, here's where shit gets scary, but I know some of the tips and the tricks. Looks like I maybe got the same party, yeah. And we begin with a maze route. I'll hide the chat for now and open it whenever I suspect something important's going on. Now, these plant enemies right here, you could just roleplay walk. They are one of the sound-based enemies, so running footsteps activates them. They sense the running. The invoked dreamers are very, very scary to fight. Not because they actually do anything scary in the fight, they're very easy to avoid. But they do a giant AoE explosion upon death, and it's delayed, so if you're caught off guard or fighting multiple enemies and one of those are in the mix, everyone's gonna be running in each and every direction to avoid being fucking exploded. I really like the patrols that show up on these floors, because it's one of my favorite enemy types, and I'm glad they made a comeback. These do a very an easy to avoid giant fuck you beat. Oh god. And that's the delayed explosion thing that happens. Oh, these friends did not know. Where's the... Oh, there you are. They made Phoenix Downs usable by everyone. And you could just stack multiple Phoenix Downs now. It's so weird that for the longest time, such an iconic item from the Final Fantasy franchise didn't really have too big of a role in Final Fantasy XIV. They were just an item to be used within deep dungeons. Okay, there's the exit. And you could only carry one. And it was just kind of a little emergency. If everyone gets knocked out, there's a little thing that works like the exits, where you have to kill a certain number of enemies and it'll activate and it will resurrect everyone. There's one of the patrols. If you see those, oh god. Oh! Oh, maze route. Yeah, this is gonna be a wipe. Oh no, that poor guy, he's fucked. He's just fucked. Well, here's the invoked poppet. They're very easy patrols. But yeah, unfortunately, that means end of the stream, because I'm not gonna go through another 30 floors. But yeah, that was a lure trap. That's a good example of what can happen in these. We did so good for the previous 10 floors, and oh, that was just like very unfortunate. Once you hit that lure trap, everything aggroes. Luckily, it aggroes on who activates the trap, so you could just let that person die and everyone stand away from it. But that just means 3 more enemies in a room that you have to deal with. Unfortunate. That was floor 91. Floor 91. But hey, they did good. Shit just kind of happens with these deep dungeons. Well, I don't have to do it until next week, so I'm in no rush to come back and do it. I just wanted to play a little bit of it and showcase it on stream. How I would go about doing this again is reset your progress. You get a save slot. You get 2 save slots, so the X means that one's failed, so reset that. Then here, you can just select enter, fixed party if you have friends, matched party if you want to be matched with random people. And then here's all the checkpoints. Stone 1, Stone 21, Stone 31, Stone 51, and Stone 71. Which, previous deep dungeons, you would have to go floors 1 through 100 with a fixed party. And with a matched party, you could only go up to floor 30. You were locked out of doing the higher end floors, unfortunately. So that's why I'm a fan of this, because sometimes, you know, you don't have the time to schedule with friends or everyone's busy, and you still want to do the content. It's a lot more dangerous, it's a lot more volatile with the randoms, but you know, you could get it to work sometimes. It might take more failures though, but than you would have with friends, but still, you know, keeps me doing something every week. So it's not that bad. I just wish the content didn't drop during the month of October, you know, when I'm busy with Halloween. Let's go back to New Gridania. You're welcome. Now you kind of know some of the tips and tricks of a deep dungeon and things to watch out for. But I'm sure you've seen plenty enough of our deep dungeon streams over on Kolkus's channel, which I will do a shout out for Kolkus. But I'm pretty sure I don't gotta tell any of you guys to follow him because you're probably all already following Kolkus. Put some damn clothes on. He's just walking around naked. But yeah, this has been the Final Fantasy XIV Halloween event for 2025 with a little look at the spoopy dungeon. The spoopy... It's not actually really that spooky on the lower floors. It's actually a very pretty dungeon. And then it like starts progressively getting like spookier and more dilapidated. But the middle portion of it is actually like more of a in a desert area. It's kind of strange. But yeah. Wow. Bum 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 bum. A short stream today. Unfortunate. It could imagine it could have been longer had we managed to not die on floor 91. I really would have loved to show what the final boss looks like. But do I have a screen cap of it? I probably have a screen cap of it. I got some funny stories. There is a one time where we managed to kill the boss, but we had wasted so much time that the moment that we killed the boss, we had no time left to like go to the floor 100, grab our shit, and get out immediately. So we timed out. We got a TKO after we beat the final boss, and that was major defeat number 1, and it was very disheartening. And then the second time I came very close to beating the boss, we had a spare poison fruit. So I used the poison fruit, and unfortunately, it acts like a red mage limit break 3, where the entire screen gets blasted with a flashbang, and it happened right at the mechanic where basically you needed vision not to die. So I wiped the party by being a complete fucking dumbass. And I felt so awful afterwards. I screamed in the chat, "I'm so sorry," in full caps, because that would have been my first clear and maybe someone else's first clear too. And we were doing so good. We had so much luck. We kept getting poison fruit after poison fruit for full floor clears. 91 to 100 was such a breeze. It felt like such a sure thing, and it was my fuck up. It was my goddamn fuck up. Let's head out to the porch. It's Friday night, so I assume literally everyone is probably live right now and streaming. Let's see. Silent Hill F, Pokemon Legends ZA. Everyone is pretty much playing these two games. I'm looking at my options. Always the hardest part of any stream is, where am I gonna send you guys? What would be a good place to send you guys? I prefer not to do anything that's like, say, a huge collab that's going on. And I do like to raid new people when I can, and people that I haven't gotten a chance to raid in the past. But I think for now, I will send you guys target locked. Doc Irving's here a lot, so I'll send you guys over to Doc Irving, who tends to play a lot of indie games. And yeah. If you're always looking to discover new indie games or lesser known stuff, he's also a Planet Laika fan, a huge Planet Laika fan, and we like Planet Laika around here. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for lurking. If you're, you know, thanks for following me on social media, joining the Discord. If you're following the YouTube channel as well, thank you very much. If you're watching the VOD, thank you very much. Until next time, everyone. Have a good night. Or have a good day, rather. It's too early to say have a good night. Even you East Coasters shouldn't be sleeping yet. So yeah. Have a good rest of your day. And have an excellent Friday night. Until next time, farewell. Bye-bye. Sayonara. I was gonna say oyasumi, but I'm like, yeah, no, that's good night. Good night. I'm just so used to that. I like saying oyasumi. I like, it's a word I like a lot. Anyways. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you next time. Bye. This song is so good. It's from Pokken, by the way. It's the Haunted Mansion ghost fighting thing. Okay. Just look it up on YouTube. It's great. Bye-bye.